Hello all and welcome to my channel DevOps Mela. In this video tutorial we'll talk about Azure Artifacts. Okay, what exactly is Azure Artifact? It's nothing but it's a package management solution. It enables developers to share and consume packages from different feeds and public registry. Okay, these packages can be even shared within the team. We'll see how we can do that within the same organization or publicly. Okay. Through Azure DevOps integration, we can create, share Maven, NPM, NuGet packages across. What are the benefits of Azure Artifacts? There are a few benefits. We'll be discussing it. Like you can keep your artifacts organized. So when you have all your artifacts organized, you can share effortlessly within your team. Okay. Protect your packages. So by default, whenever you download any libraries, any dependency, you'll be doing it from the public repository. Like you will be doing it from the npm.js, that's Node Package Manager. You will do it from the nuget.org. Okay. What if the public source, the public feed from where you're downloading those packages is out of service, or due to some DOS attack, it's not responding? It will be a difficult for you to build and compile your application, which is dependent on those feeds, those libraries. Okay, in that case, you can keep your public source package. You include packages from npm or NuGet in your own feed. So we'll have a upstream feed which we would be creating later in this tutorial, and we can cache all those packages inside those feed. So whenever the upstream is down or something has happened to the upstream, and if you want to refer to your own private feed, you can easily do it using Azure Artifacts. Okay, this is one scenario. A second scenario: assume the libraries which you were using from last 2 years. Okay, that the library itself has been taken out by the developer, whoever has created that library. Now your application is heavily dependent on that library, and now you're not getting that feed from your public repository. If you have your own private feed cached on your location, then easily your pipeline can go and refer to your private feed. Okay, so such type of protection is given if you're using Azure Artifact. Okay, this is very important. This can be easily integrated with your CI/CD pipelines. Okay, I'll show you how do we integrate this with a build pipeline, and later I'll show you how do we integrate this private feed with my uh, a newly created solution or a application files. Okay, so this is all about a few benefits and about what exactly is Azure Artifacts. If you want to know about some similar tools which is there in the market, so one of the best known tool is JFrog, and there is one more tool called Artifact Factory. So this is very similar what we have. But if you're using Azure DevOps for your end-to-end, like you have your repository on Azure DevOps, you have your pipelines on Azure DevOps, I'll suggest go with Azure Artifacts. It's very cheap. The first 2 GB is free. Post that, start billing for it, whatever storage you use it. If you want to have a look, just go back to Azure DevOps, go back to organization settings, and in billing section, if you come down, let's the billing section to load. Come down, this is the storage. Up to 2 GB it's free. Post that, you'll start getting billed for the storage what you use. Okay, so let's move on. And let's see what all things we are doing over here. So we'll create a package feed. We'll create a team feed inside it. Then we'll connect the feed to Azure DevOps. Then we'll integrate this feed with a build. We'll pack and push the packages to a feed. Then we'll set up Visual Studio to consume that feed. Then we'll be running a existing build pipeline to consume the feed which we have created over here. And post that, we'll create a new solution file, and we'll use the feed what we already have it in a team feed. We'll use the package what we have already created in a team feed. That is what we're gonna do. So let's go back to, I have a solution first, like this is my application which is already there inside my repository. And if you see, I have multiple packages. These are the packages which I have used for this solution. Okay, these are all from the external feed, that is from the NuGet. Like if you go in tools, go in NuGet package solution. So the if you can see, this is what I have used: Microsoft Visual Studio Web.Code Generation Design, and this is from NuGet.org. Okay, let's go back. Let me close this. Let's go back. I already have this particular application into my repository. This is the application, and I have a build pipeline. If you see this, the build was successful, so my build is running. Okay, so there's no issue with my build. So what we can do, firstly, let's go and create an artifact. Over here I can just click on create feed. Over here I can name it as team feed. Visibility, members of DevOps Mailer. So members of my organization can view this particular feed. Include packages from common public source. Yeah, that is totally fine. Scope, we can define the scope. The scope is for this particular project, that is the e-commerce website or organization level. Whatever scope you want to select, we'll stick with for this particular project itself. For now, we'll stick with all the default option what we have. So we have the feed created. Okay. As if to inside the feed we don't have anything as much. Okay, let me connect this feed to my Visual Studio first. In order to do that, you can click on connect to feed. You can select the option Visual Studio over here, and this is the source. Okay, let's go on to your Visual Studio again. Go to tools, go to package NuGet, manage NuGet packages from solution. Click on this gear icon, and over here you can add a feed. I can select the source as this team feed. Sorry, the source would be this and the name would be team feed. Let me update it. Okay, now if I want all my solution to use this particular feed, I can just select this, and if you see this, this is the feed what my solution would be using. Let me save it. Okay, so let's get back to the pipeline. I need to have my package pushed to this particular feed first. Okay, so in order to do that, if you see my build pipeline ran successfully, so my build is running successfully. So in order to push this particular as a package in my feed, I can add a task over here. I can add a task, a NuGet task over here, and we can push it post the build. But what I'll do, I'll not use this existing pipeline. What I'll do, I'll create a new pipeline. This is my repository. I'll create a starter pipeline for now. I'll delete all these steps what we have, and I'll just add two things. So what exactly we need to do? We need to package the entire application, then we need to push it to the feed. So these are the two steps which is needed. So what I'll do, I'll just add those steps. NuGet, select this NuGet, change the command to pack. Okay, and if you see this, it is pushing the changes to the it is pushing the package folder to this location. This is nothing but if you want to know what exactly this location is, just go back, look in for this variable. This is the predefined variables what Microsoft provides. Just look for this, what exactly. So this is nothing but it's a local path on the agent where any artifacts are copied. Okay, so we are pushing this at this location. From here we'll be pushing it to a feed. Okay. Let's add this. Now from here we need one more NuGet command, that is NuGet push. We'll be using NuGet push. Now if you look into this particular path, what exactly it is. So we are filtering out, okay, from this location. This is a local path on the agent pool. From this location we are filtering out, and we are just getting start.NuGet package. Okay, and this is what we are ignoring. This is not signed. We don't want this package, symbols.NuGet package. This is what the path is defined automatically over here. So we'll stick with that. And if you see the target feed, okay, in the target feed, I'm selecting team feed. This is what we have created. Okay, allow duplicate to be skipped. I'll check this. If there are duplicate feeds, I don't want those duplicate feeds. Okay, and simply click over here and I'll add this task. That's it. We are done with this. The build pipeline is ready. It will create a YAML, one more YAML file in my repository, and my build will start. Let me save this for now. Let's rename it so that we come to know what exactly this task is for. NuGet push. Okay, let me run this pipeline and let's see what happens. Let's wait for a while. It may take around 30 to 40 seconds, and post that we should see my feed inside over here at this location. So it has started again. Let's wait. So my NuGet package command was successful. Packing was successful. Now let's see. It's pushing the changes. This is done. Like if you see, this was successful. So we have successfully pushed the NuGet package into our feed. Let's come back. This is not the feed. Team feed. Here we go. Core proj. We have this package created right over here. Okay. So now let's do one thing. Let's go and consume this. We have pushed it. We have this artifact in a private feed location. Now let's go and let's make a pipeline to consume it. How exactly we can do it? Now let's go back to the previous build what we have. Now if you go and see this previous build, let me walk you through what exactly I have it over here. We have multiple tasks inside it. We are installing the NuGet installer. So that is what we need. And this is we are restoring those NuGet packages from the external source. Okay, let me show you the logs of this first, then you'll understand. If you go back in logs, now let me open the raw. Now if you see this, it is getting all the packages from the NuGet.org. This is, we are getting everything from the external source. Now what do I want? I will simply go and remove this section. Okay, not this pipeline, this pipeline. I'll simply go and remove this part and I'll replace it with my own feed location. So from where I want to restore, I want to restore it from my location. I already have a feed inside my private repository. So I'll go and select that team feed. Now I'm restoring it. This task I'm running it from my own feed. Okay, let's go and add it. Okay, I've replaced it. Simple. Now I'll go and save it. As soon as I save it, my pipeline would have been triggered because I have a trigger set over here. So if you see, the pipeline has triggered already. Let's wait while the pipeline is running. This will take around 1 minute or 2 minutes to run this build. It has already started. Let's wait for a while and let's do one thing. Let's come back once the build is successful. Okay. Okay, all. The build was successful. If you see, the build was successfully built and I got the in my drop location, I have the zip file which I can go and deploy. Okay, but that is not important. I want to see the NuGet command because the restoration was done from my private feed. Let's go and look the logs now. If you go and look the logs now, this is what you see. package.dev.azure.com. You're getting the information from package.dev.azure.com. Okay, so that means my restoration was done from my private feed what we have. So this is one way of integrating your feeds with your build pipeline. This is one way which you can use your build pipeline to integrate. We can use the other way around as well. If you want to use this feed from a Visual Studio. Okay, so just imagine there's a new developer in house and he's creating an application and he wants to use the feed from that application. So what you can do, you can go into a create new project. So I'm creating a .NET application in short, a .NET Core application, a empty one, and you I'll be using my private feed to get all the dependencies. Okay, so this is the .NET application. I'll name it whatever name you want to give it. That is not what we are looking for right now. .NET Core 3.1, that is totally fine for me. Okay, let's create a .NET application, and inside this .NET application I'll be using my feed which we have set up earlier in Visual Studio. Okay, let's go back to solution file. If you go back to the dependency, we don't have anything right now over here. Now I'll go back to tools. I'll go back to NuGet package solution. Now the source, if you see, we are getting the source from team feed. If I go in browse, so we'll get all the packages in this source. Okay, in this private source what we have. It's loading right now. Let's wait. In the meanwhile, if you want, you can go back to your artifacts. This is the artifact what you're looking for, correct? Go inside it. This is the command even you can run through PowerShell, a NuGet PowerShell, in order to install this feed. I'll show you this also. Let's wait. Okay, this source is taking time for a bit. It's connecting to my private source and it will get all the packages. Okay, here we go. So this is the package what we are looking for. If I want to install this package, this is a core proj. I'll have to just select this and install it, and this will get installed to this particular solution file. This is one way. The other way is you can go in tools, NuGet package manager, look for package manager console, click on it. It will open PowerShell host for you. And in this PowerShell host, you can run this particular command. So this will install the core proj dependency for you from the private feed. See, ran it. It was successful. Now if you see this, even you get a green tick, that means this got installed. Let's go and verify. Go to Solution Explorer. Now if you see, we have the package over here. Now we can compile this and we can use this dependency. Okay, so in this tutorial I showed you multiple ways like how do you integrate your private feed with your pipelines, your build pipelines. How do you restore? The second way is if you're creating a new application and if you need those dependency, then this is how you can integrate things. Okay, that's it from this tutorial. If you like this video, please like, share and comment. And if you guys are new to this, please subscribe to my channel. And if you have any suggestion for my channel, please do it. I always read through all your suggestions and all your comments. Please send an email or drop your suggestion in my comment box or go to my website devopsmiller.in and put your feedbacks over there directly. So I go through each and every feedback and I respond. So even this video was created based on the comments I have seen in my comment box. Okay. So thank you. Keep your support with me and I'll be coming up with all such videos again and again. Okay. Thank you. Bye bye.